Did you know that Tenerife hosts a few of the last wild dragon trees that are growing in the world? Did you know that these dragon trees are part of a unique forest ecosystem with species and relationships that evolved over thousands of years on this isolated volcanic island? Did you know that today only 2% of that forest ecosystem is still standing due to decades of human development? My name is Lotta Baten and I'm a student of Forest and Nature Conservation in the Netherlands. With the Darwin 200 program, I am visiting Tenerife to study her unique world of plants. I am accompanied by Ruben Baronet, who is working as a conservationist freelancer on the island. Together we explore the coastal vegetation layers that consist of cardonal-tabaibal closest to the coast and the Thermophilus Forest layer higher up. The cardonal-tabaibal is one of the most typical vegetation layers of the island, and it is characterized by succulent plants, like the impressive Canarian euphorbia. The succulent plants are very well adapted to the low humidity and high temperature of the coastal slopes, due to the thickening of their leaves.
We are oceanic islands, like Tenerife. We are completely isolated, historically and geologically isolated from mainland, from the continent. So all the biodiversity that we have a good proportion, very important proportion of endemic species and subspecies. And so this is very important. But it's not only important the species, but the relations, the ecological relations. This is quite important in both habitats.
Just above this layer, starting from around 300 meters above sea level, we find ourselves in the Thermophilus Forest. Here we find a dragon tree that can grow on completely vertical rocks, where it preserves water for many years to tolerate a typical drought. The oldest dragon tree that we come across in the rural park of Anaga is around 300 years old. Another key species in the Thermophilus forest is the juniper tree. In the course of time, this tree has evolved a strong relationship with an endemic lizard for its dispersal. Ruben shows us the juniper fruit in the excrements of the lizard. Unfortunately, almost all of the original coastal vegetation has been lost due to tourism, the expansion of invasive species, logging, grazing, and exotic agriculture.
With the arrival of tourists, there was a strong change in the way of life of the people, no? Very strong change. Many people in the last decades, not all but many, is living in lower places of the island, for example in the south, and this implies a great change in the landscape, vegetation, and in general the structure of the landscape in the south, for example Tenerife, but in the whole island in general, especially in the lower parts, close to the coast.
The dragon trees are relegated to inaccessible cliffs, and also the juniper trees are almost led to extinction. Therefore, the Thermophilus forest layer has been reduced to a layer of shrubs with only some scarce trees that are left standing.
There is an increasing number of exotic plants, even animals also. But the problem with this plant is spreading usually in natural vegetation, sometimes good preserved natural vegetation, cardonal-tabaibal or maybe Thermophilus woodland and scrub vegetation. So this may be a problem. And it's difficult to eradicate because it's spreading everywhere in many places.
The Thermophilic forest is related to the stripe where the majority of the human activities occur. So it's a problem in many ways to have a success program in that forest.
Next time, we will dive into the conservation efforts that are trying to protect and restore the beautiful vegetation that once covered the coasts of Tenerife.